It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. This is taken to the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Wait, set. Wait, 20.
Mike is 59. Mike.
Regular.
It's a party now.
It's a party. 72. Hey, Echo. 53, lead now.
On first down, Brady. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Brady. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. 7 yards there and a first down. This is one thing you can't do with Tom Brady. Let him get in a rhythm, let him get rolling early.
Every time you talk about Tom Brady or any other great quarterback, you always talk to the defensive guys and they say, you got to get him off his spot. What they mean by that is when you go back 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drop, and they just hit the same spot and then they're set up to throw the ball, get them to move a little bit, get them to hold the ball. And the pressure that affects just about any quarterback, right up the middle. Remember the Super Bowl? Atlanta's best success came up the middle pressure, what we call gut pressure.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Brady again. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Artie Burns, the cornerback, brings him down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. That's pulled in at the 32. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Brady going up top for Miller. And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there for Chicago. 55 yards. They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Wait, set. 380.
Let's go, B. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. No. Off. Watch the ship.
Watch the head.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Love. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Brady. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter.
Bears 6, Packers nothing.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. From the gun, Love. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run it with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 2nd down. Love caught by Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. And even 50 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was in.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Wide open receiver complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from a yard out as the Bears push further out in front. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line, and the try for two, unsuccessful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Love setting up the screen for Miller. And out of bounds right around the 20. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
Final 12 seconds of the half now, as they've got it 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. You got 3 down.
Hey, foxtrot. Check it.
Throwing again. Brady gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Intended for Allen Robinson. Incomplete. Brings set 3rd down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The final shot before half for Brady. Nifty move. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The throw over the middle taken in. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one goes for 30 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll go again to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check and reload. Crouch, X3.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Gonna let one flip, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson, 66 yards. As the Bears push further out in front. So what can Brady do here is he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Brady. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
We ain't giving them nothing today.
To throw again. Love. Complete to Jones. And out across midfield down to the 45. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun. Love. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I'm going to come back.
Operating from the gun. Love. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. This complete to Jones. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bears will get the football back. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First down, a run with Cohen. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That sack by Khalil Mack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Love. And he'll find Hall. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards the pickup there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Love escaping the pressure right. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Looking to throw. Love got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. On 1st and 10, Love looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Howard. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This is Jones. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
It's a quarterback sneak. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the Packers get a score closer. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins in one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line lower than the defensive front.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as the Bears push further out in front. The extra point up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Packers 9.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Packers.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
Throwing on first down. Love. Looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gano the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. They go play action here on first down. Going deep. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady as the Bears push further out in front. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll run forward Montgomery. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal. They held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal.
He's not going to get me. Alert! Regular!
Now Brady gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go!
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
You can't stop me.
On 3rd down, Love. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. On 1st down, Love. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Intended for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So this